Hello family, welcome back to Dinner with Irajwa. And if this is your very first time stopping by, I hope you love it enough to stay. Just hit on the subscribe button and join the Dinner with Irajwa family. And if you're already part of the family, a very, very warm welcome back. Well, today we're making almighty TUO ZAAFI T.Z, or we call Diewo, or some people say ebrogari. That's what we're making. It's not an easy job at all. This food originates from the northern part of Ghana, and that's what we're making. I'm gonna go through the step-by-step guide and then make it today. You can tell it's not an easy job at all. You have to be turning and all that household just to make sure that your food don't go lumpy. It's not easy, but with the vim we're gonna make this today. So we go on to the ingredients. We need our okra, our Molokhiya leaves, otherwise called, we best known in Ghana as Ayoyo. We need tomatoes, we'll be blending that. Our smoked prawns. We need crayfish, or otherwise called the dry shrimps. Our dawa or locust beans, popularly known. Scotch bonnet. We need Maggi for seasoning, so just for taste. Our palm oil, of course, for the sauce. Onions, ginger, garlic, for the sauces that we're gonna be making today. Absolutely. And then we do have, obviously, I started seasoning the meat earlier on, so this is already cooking. You can tell that I've got different meat in there: assorted meat, cow feet, I've got shaki, I've got goat meat. Everything is in there, to be fair. It's just assorted meat I have in there for the sauce. So we'll crack on. We're first gonna start with the stew. So just blend in my ginger, onion, garlic, and scotch bonnet. Put my palm oil into my saucepan. I'm just first gonna put some chopped onions in there. Wait for it to cook up a bit before I actually add my blended onion, ginger, garlic, and pepper. I put the chopped onions first into it just to sort of get rid of the very, very, very palm oily smell that sometimes you get with the palm oil before adding on my chopped spice. So while that is working, I'm just gonna blend my tomatoes. So once my onions are done, pour in my chopped tomatoes. And we'll give that time to simmer. Excellent. So while that is simmering, I'm gonna crack on with the okra. So the base for my okra, you can see this is very, very important, guys. So the base, you can see I've got some herrings in there. I didn't tell you about herrings. This was in a pepper sauce. That was what I had left, so I took it out of the pepper sauce. So a bit of herrings. I've got dawa or locust bean, best known. I've got the crayfish or the dry shrimps in there as well for the base of the okra. So you just don't do the okra straight away. You do a base for the sauce, just like you're cooking soup, like you put your meat and everything. It's the same process. And then I'm gonna blend ginger, onion, garlic, and some scotch bonnet. And I have in there as well some of my dried prawns, my smoked prawns. I've put some in the blender as well as a bit of dawa. So just gonna blend that. put it onto the base to start the sauce. Just like you're making soup, you make your light soup, you make abenkwai, any sort of soup that you're making. It's the same process. So you just use these dry fishes. Some people use anything that you have just to bring taste to your sauce. You know, you want that nice taste, that nice flavor to the sauce. So that's what we're trying to achieve here. And I put my onga cube, and then I cover that and bring it to a boil. So while that is cooking, I'm just gonna chop my okra as well. Go straight on to chopping my okra and blending it. I'm gonna be blending the okra today. Look at these beautiful okra. Very fresh from the market. Yeah. And let me tell you something about okra as well. It's about finding a nice and fresh okra. Sometimes you go to the market, you might not get them fresh. So to determine that they are fresh, what you do is sometimes you try to break the ends. So you break, if you break it and it breaks, it means it's fresh. Yeah, if it breaks, it means it's fresh. Or sometimes you don't have to go to the extent of breaking all of it. Just the touch of it, feeling it, tells you if it's soft, it's very fresh. If obviously it's so hard and everything, you know that no, this okra is no good. You better say a giant, yeah, auntie. Ubuna se mboa, unia a giant fatoho. And I say so some na yet and then just put it back, a giant, yeah. Yeah, so to do it okra as well, I put in my dawa into the okra and a bit of dried prawns, the smoked prawns. I've put in the smoked prawns and dawa in there as well. So I bring that to a blend. Always try and avoid cutting your okra one by one. My cut, try and do them in groups. But obviously, if you can and you're confident with just doing them single-handedly, although it's gonna take time, you're welcome to do so. Nice and slimy, beautiful okra. Okra is very good for our digestive system, guys. Yeah, very high in fiber as well. So you can see the sauce is done. So all I've done is added the blended okra and then put extra water on top to make the sauce. So these are my Molokhiya leaves or my Ayoyo. Usually when I buy them from the market, they are already proper chopped up, like blended, really nice. But this time around, to my surprise, it wasn't. I think it was a surprise for me. Yes, so I'm just gonna bring it to a blend, but we don't want it smoothly blended. So we don't want it so smooth. We're just going to. So it feels like it's being like chopped into tiny pieces. Yeah, pictures, just like this, exactly. Yeah, perfect. That is absolutely perfect. And add that to the sauce. And add a bit more water because we're making an okra soup here. Try and beat it to mix it all together. Look at that green color. Looking nice. Now what I do is I put a bit of soda just to make sure it stays slimy. Usually Ghana they put, is it a kiln? Yeah, they put a kiln, but kiln is not really good, and it can sometimes be very bad for the stomach. So we use bicarbonate of soda, which helps it to stay nice and slimy. We say so. Whilst on that is done. You see, my stew is also lovely cooking on the side. See that? And guys, I've not added any extra salt or whatever because my sauce has got all the salt and everything I need. So until I add the sauce, I'm not adding any extra spice, nothing. And remember, this is just like a basic stew. You're not going to add curry powder and all those things. No, we don't need it here. We don't need them. Okay? This is TUO ZAAFI stew we make it. Oh, look at that. Look at that shaki. Guys, the only thing that was missing was this thing, this meat called, my sister-in-law calls it runabout. Like some of the intestine, of the cow. But hey, we have almost everything here. Oh, TUO ZAAFI stew is jamming with meat. Beautiful. Yeah, so just gonna stir and bring everything together. And over to the okra. Look at that. That is bubbling up beautifully. Everything is intact. And the smell. Oh, smells amazing. I bet that makes you hungry already, right? Yeah, same here. Beautifully done. Look at that, how it's all formed uniformly together, and the stew is also bubbling up, looking amazing. I bet that is making you hungry already. Beautiful. This one is Irajwa Ajia. Yeah, beautiful. So you can see the stew has been beautifully done. So this is just moving on now onto the next step, which is making the actual TUO ZAAFI. So this powder is basically rice flour and a flour called floreto mixed together. That's what we use for the porridge. So with TUO ZAAFI, you make your porridge first. So we're going to be making our porridge first. So this is floreto and rice flour mixed together. I'll show you later on. And to harden it up, we'll be putting cassava flour mixed with the floreto again to harden it up. So that's the floreto flour if you don't know it. For those of us abroad, and the cassava flour, rice flour. So if you want to go purchase it on the market, I've shown you. Just so you don't get lost, to be fair. So that's the cassava flour mixed with some of the floreto. So I'll link up the quantity you need in the description. So when you're watching the video, check under the description for the quantity as well. Usually it's 1 cup of floreto and 1 cup of rice flour for the porridge. So whichever, if you decide to do more, it's 2 cups. So you do equal amount for the porridge. And then when you add in your powder to harden it up, again, it's the same, a flour of each, but just that you let your cassava flour be overpower it just a bit, just to make sure that your TZ is hardened up. So there you go, making the TZ now. Once I made the porridge, so you stir the porridge. When the porridge is nice cooked, you pour some of the porridge on the side. So once some of the porridge is on the side, then you begin to add your cassava flour to harden it up. Once it's hard, then you add the rest of your porridge on top. This is a bit of a messy business. Forgive me if everything is everywhere. I'm telling you, the amount of strength you need to be turning this just to make sure it doesn't go lumpy. Because when TUO ZAAFI is lumpy, it's hard to eat. So you just have to be turning and turning. It's not easy, man. So by the time you realize powder is gone everywhere, it's quite messy. Forgive me if it's a bit messy here, but I'm telling you, this is hard job. Very, very hard job. See how beautiful that's turned out? No lumps, nothing. And there you go, our finished product. TUO ZAAFI, served with all the assorted meats, boiled eggs. Just look at that. Beautifully done. And guys, don't forget to subscribe, share, and like the video. Thank you very much for joining me today. Have a lovely day, and God bless you.